Hey, everybody. Jeff isn't here, so we don't know how to start the show.
Yeah, there will be a lot less words as normal. We can just jump into this, right, Ken?
Yeah. What are you doing? Hey, Dunn, where are you? At an airport? Anyway. Listen, thanks everybody for joining. We have a special guest here. Nico is with us. Nico is a friend of mine who also is an expert on The Simpsons. And the reason why I have Nico on is because we have two special guests. We have Mr. Bill Morrison, editor-in-chief of Congo Comics. And we have Mr. David Silverman, director of the Simpsons movie, as well as still directing episodes. I don't know if we can talk about that, but he's still directing episodes for The Simpsons.
At this very moment, I don't know
he's working.
What I'm doing, but I am working. So just talk to the tubas for a little bit. You should be okay.
We had a mini tuba concert before the stream. It was pretty awesome.
Mini tuba fest. Did it sound okay? Was it traveling over the feed?
It sounded fantastic. I thought it was excellent. Oh. So yeah, feel free.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes. This is
Yay.
Well done. Thank you. They will be appearing at Burning Man this August. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's the baseline to Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
So here, let me start out with a stupid question. So I was talking to Bill, and we were looking at your IMDb, right? And it popped up, and it said that it said one of the credits you had was Werewolf at Night, and I was like, Werewolf at Night from Marvel? What? So I looked on it, and it said to the tuba player or tuba man or something like that, and I was like, Bill, was David in Werewolf by Night as a tuba player? He's like, I don't know.
Did anybody see it? You saw the flaming tuba? Well, that's.
Well, you look in the background.
I did not see it.
Yeah,
there we go.
I think I remember.
Yeah. There's a flaming one over there. I don't know if you can see it from. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the darker one.
So you were actually in the episode in the flame.
Playing the flaming tuba in there.
Oh, that's fantastic. He's
in
the MCU.
Yeah,
I guess.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Tuba Man.
I know. Tuba Man is actually in the MCU. Fan file things.
That's fantastic.
Well, Michael Giacchino and I are old friends, so there you go.
That's awesome. Well, I want to thank you both for coming on. The reason why we have you on is because we're going to actually have both of these gentlemen at MegaCon next weekend. So Mr. Morrison and Mr. Silverman will be there signing autographs and doing some sketches and things like that. Now, David isn't. When I asked David about doing sketches, he was like, listen, I'm not Bill. I can do some small little remarks, but more than. But then I asked him about
unfinished. Bill. He's 100 times better.
Nah. So he said he's going to do some pre-done stuff. So I said, why don't we do maybe we'll do a commission list or something. So David was like,
Bill's great. No, come on.
So here's some pieces.
Total cartoon recall.
Yes,
I'm good at parties. Let's just say. I can show up and sketch on command. I do kids parties when I'm not at conventions like MegaCon.
He's got a sideshow Bob hair wig he wears, and
No, I can draw while I'm there too, but I thought I'd try to get a bunch done before I get over there.
So here's an example of some of the stuff that David's done.
This
is fantastic.
This is literally this is from Making Faces. So this is from Tracy Ullman days. So if you like that stuff, I can do that kind of stuff. And I also can do there we go. There's
It's a vampire burn.
fire, and there he is again.
This is actually a commission, so this one's actually spoken for.
Well, there you go.
This is the kind of nonsense Bill does. See,
See, he's even better.
Oh my god. That's diabolical.
that was a friend of ours who he has to be Simpsonized, and then
and he wrote the joke.
every
too.
one of those things. Every one of those things was a request.
Yeah,
I know. He's the one that writes that. And then sometimes people ask requests and I go, "Ugh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think the Ranger will like it, Yogi."
David,
Wow.
years ago at Comic-Cons, a guy came up to me and said, "Can you do a drawing of Otto smoking a joint?" And I said, "No." I said, "No, I really can't. It's one of those things that, they haven't done that on the show, and I have to be respectful of, stuff, things like that." And then along came an episode where they smoked pot, and I was like, "Okay, I guess I can do that now."
I can do it now. You can at least have them holding like a joint, because they did
Yeah.
whole episode. And now,
Right.
come on. Now it's like, well, it's
Who cares now?
it's remarkable. The Simpsons has been on that long that it's seen the fall of the stigma of pot, as being terribly illegal. So,
Yeah,
interesting.
it has been on that long, for sure.
Yeah. So, and I also do I can do very bizarre drawings. I like drawing the characters in bizarre ways and so forth. I mean, I could even do. Take me a little longer, but if somebody wanted a Chili Homer episode, I could probably draw something distorted like that. Give them the right reference.
Did you direct that episode, David?
I didn't direct the episode. No, that was the great Jim Reardon directing that episode. But he came to me and said, "Dave, I think you need to do this animation." So I did, as he described it, all the psychotronic animation on that episode.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was a lot of fun. I don't know. I just I don't know what it's tapping into, but it was very interesting.
Do you have any cells from like that episode that you've tried to keep or not?
I don't. Isn't that a shame?
Yeah.
It's a crying shame.
Yeah.
A crying
You
shame.
can look into the archive and
I guess.
Did you get to meet Johnny Cash?
I did not. I unfortunately I wasn't able to go to that session. But man, that's so great that he did that voice. He was the best, and he just
Awesome.
really nailed the persona. It's just Johnny Cash. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, So, yeah, just great. Man, people are sending me messages. Look at that.
And you guys got to work together on the Simpsons movie, right?
I did a little bit of work for
Yeah.
David. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some design stuff.
that was great. That was
There were a
great.
few things that got cut.
Background. Just waiting with like a tranquilizer if they say anything wrong,
No, it was great though. Yeah, we had, we were experimenting. A lot of things we try to get in, and some things worked, some things didn't, but that's how all films are. There's a large amount of cutting room floor material on all animated films. Sometimes they don't get as far along in animation as we did, but that's how these films are made. Ladies and gentlemen, we try and experiment, and then sometimes we go, "Oh, this is a great idea," and then we look at it and think, "Well, it's not so good." That is the show business, folks.
That's funny.
So MegaCon next weekend, right, Ken?
Yeah.
And
Next week.
and are claims open for the people?
Yeah, if anybody would want to claim something, so head sketch is Bill and David are basically the same price for everything. So head sketches are $150, torsos are $250, full figures are $400 on 9x12. So something. Now, David,
Endurable.
you saw Bill does abominations. Look at this.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Oh. it's fantastically terrible.
I can't stop looking at it. Every time you bring that up.
The funny thing was, I found the prelim where there was less sag. I said to Bill, "Oh, I know where you edited this." He was like, "Yeah, I needed more." I was like, "Oh my god."
Well, I won't be doing that sort of stuff. That's not mine.
And,
Somebody
and
asked me about
David,
you doing a mashup, and I said, "No, I don't think so."
What's that?
David,
Somebody
I know
asked me
you're pressed for time, but we are getting a lot of fan questions coming in. Are you taking questions?
I can listen to a few. I seem to be doing okay, in terms of time at the moment.
Okay. I'll try to go back to the beginning. Emilio asks, David, did you do the Treehouse of Horror 5 episode? I think this came in while you guys were talking about different episodes you directed.
Let's see. That was the one that was with the shinning, right? Yes, that was. I did the animation in it of Homer go crazy. Don't mind if I do. All that kind of stuff. Again, Jim Reardon was directing. I was supervising director at the time, and Jim Reardon came up to me and said, "Dave, I think you got to do this scene." So I had some fun with that, and also, although I was the great, no longer with us, Ishvan Mayar's, great guy and great animator. I was working off of his material with when he's saying, "Give me the bat, come on, give me the bat, give me the bat." So I was working off of those drawings, except I had to do the, scary face, which I can sort of do on my own. See.
Did you guys do a lot of work together for the original Treehouse of Horror episode as well, for Bob the Raven? Because I think I have some of his layouts for that as well. So I don't know if he would draw the layouts and then you would polish them up, or if you recall anything.
Yes, he did. He did some very good work on that one too. I think I did a lot more on that. Actually, the thing that I really thought came out well that I did was Homer all knocked out and nevermore.
Yeah.
But great artist, and I have a lot of great artists on the show. But I just occasionally I add something that I think is funny. So that. Oh, and I also did the. He had me doing the Here's Johnny, all those things.
Oh, coming through the door.
Coming through the door. But no, I did not direct that. No. All right. What else? We've
got. Did you also work on?
I just want to answer this question. I do not draw for Futurama nor a Disenchantment.
And then we had somebody ask about the Simpsons movie. Who came up with the idea for the Spider Pig?
That was kind of a collaborative situation. We had a great meeting once, and we need a transitional scene between the two Flanders scenes in the movie. And David Merkin came up with a really great idea to have a conversation between Marge and Lisa regarding, Lisa talking about this potentially new boyfriend. And Marge said, when David was pitching it, Marge said the important thing is that he listens to you, because there's nothing more important than a man that listens. And then Homer, he says, comes by with a pig going, doo, 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 doo. And Al Jean, I remember Al Jean saying, yeah, he could be the amazing Spider Pig. And we all laughed. And we all started saying Spider Pig, Spider Pig. And I kept going. Whatever a Spider Pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. And that's how it
So you wrote the lyrics for that?
Yes, out of that meeting. I mean, I think of it as a joint effort because it triggered off, one idea left another. That's what it is. One idea triggers off another. So, Al Jean, I credit for really saying he could be the amazing Spider Pig, and that led to the song. And there you go.
And Bill actually worked on some of the designs. We talked about that recently, right, Bill?
Yeah, I think there were a number of designers taking their shot at Spider Pig, and I did some drawings, and there were some other people, and
but you got to hand it to Matt. Matt kind of pointed us in the right direction eventually, because he said, I know we have a certain amount of animal realism, but here let's go a little Porky Pig on sort of the nose, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
just be a little more broadly cartoony on the face. So, Yeah, so I think we all contributed a little bit on that design, hither and yon.
Yeah, it was
And-
interesting because David would have me do some designs, and there would be other artists working, and sometimes it came down to, Matt and the producers and David liking one thing over another. But I think you told me, David, that some of them were kind of like a combination of different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, there were. It was interesting too. We were having trouble, for example, drawing Cargill in the movie, and Matt was just doing these drawings one day, and he had done this drawing, and I think it was his this sort of like idea of Bart being, in his like late 40s, chain smoking, and he's like this, sort of high stress businessman now. And that became the basis of our Cargill character. Not it wasn't exactly that, but it was like looking at that and say, "Oh, that's cool. That's got a good look to it. That's got a good feel." And that's how these things happen sometimes. Sometimes it's very specific. An artist kind of can nail it on one go around, or which often happens. I think things like characters like Groundskeeper Willie. I think Dale Hendrickson designed him. I think. But it just some things work out really well right out the gate. Sometimes it's like,
And then Ken, they don't need to be present at MegaCon to be able to get sketches.
We can ship it. We can ship it.
Will there be other opportunities to get sketches from David Silverman besides MegaCon? There's MiniCon. No, I don't know.
Less MegaCon.
We're also going to be bringing David to Denver.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get to more of these if I can. It depends how busy I am doing this gig that I have on a show. It's an animated show. It's a new one. It's called The Simpsons. It's only been on for a few years, but we're hoping to attract a following in the future.
Yeah, and hopefully it doesn't get canceled. It's a new kind of show. People aren't. We don't know anybody's working it.
This will be March 23rd. Is the anniversary of when Wes Archer, Bill Kopp, and myself did the first Simpson episode with Tracy Ullman show in 1987. So 39 years this year, folks. So next year is going to be big 4-0 for the first time we put pencil to paper to animate Goodnight Simpsons. Good heavens, where does the time go?
How far in did you join, Bill?
1990. So
yes, Bill. Yeah, you came in first doing publicity work, right, Bill?
Started with merchandise,
Yes.
and then advertising and publicity and publishing, which Matt owned. So I was doing those things on the side with Matt, and then Bongo started, and then that kind of consumed everything. But yeah, it all started. Millie Smythe called me, and I had worked with Millie at BD Fox Advertising.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and that's actually where I met Matt, because Millie brought Matt in to write copy for movie posters.
Right, for the gag movie posters.
And he also did some greeting card copy.
Matt was very good at coming up with hilarious, bogus front pages for fake magazines.
Yes.
So that was something going on at was that Paper Moon or was that a different?
We did those through Paper Moon, but it was kind of the guy that owned BD Fox, his wife Kara Fox had a greeting card company that ran out of the same building, and then she basically contracted with Paper Moon for them to distribute the cards.
Interesting. That's so fast.
Yeah, they had low budgets, and there are actually some of those cards that Matt wrote that look like the National Enquirer or tabloid newspapers and other things, where we didn't have a budget to hire models or even professional photographers for those. So there are actually cards with Matt Groening, myself, Millie, posing as characters on the greeting cards.
That is so funny. It's so interesting when we look back on it, because it was between March of '87 to basically March of '89, because we started production on the series around March of '89. As we were wrapping up on the final of the 48 Tracy Ullman shorts, Wes Archer and myself at that point. And previously, by the way, you probably know this is, but maybe not everybody knows this. In November of '88, Wes and I did 2 commercials for Butterfinger. And that's where we first introduced Milhouse, who was a drawing on Matt's not sold NBC show. He was like, he had done all these kids, all these characters. And he was like, we needed a best friend for Bart. And he was flipping through these drawings he had done. And Wes and I looked at the character that became Milhouse and, oh, that's great. Look at the big nose and the eyes and the hair. That's really difficult to draw. I always have trouble with that. I have to sort of figure out a sort of vector thing to get the right balance there. Anyhow, but yeah, it's so interesting. We did those 2 commercials prior to the show, but yeah, it was 2 years, and then then you came on, I guess, at the beginning of when the series started in 1990.
About 3 weeks after the series was on the air.
Amazing. Yeah. So we think about it, it's just a little under 3 years at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wow. Wowee.
One thing some people may not know either, David actually directed.
Can I respond to this, by the way? Yes. Monsters, Inc. Great show. Isn't it fantastic? All hail Pete Docter and Andrew Stanton and Bob Peterson and the entire great story team that was there. Just incredible. All the artists. It was a great experience working at Pixar. And I thank Steve Jobs as well. Actually, I think Richard Pell, who was a Simpson writer, and at the time was Steve Jobs' brother-in-law, and that's how he found out about me. Sorry, Ken, go ahead.
I was going to say, is it very different directing something like with cell animation compared to digital animation like Monsters Inc.?
Well, not really for us, in the sense that we were just trying to make the story. I mean, as a director, I just concerned myself not in the technology. I didn't have time to really, go into the technology at the time. All I had time really to do is think of story, performances, and that's it. So, but I learned a great deal, and it was very useful being both at DreamWorks on Road to El Dorado, and being on Monsters Inc. and coming back to The Simpsons. And I also, when I came back to The Simpsons to be supervising director again and then directing the movie, all that helped, as well as doing work on Ice Age as a story consultant, basically. So
that's why
Bill
and I were on your IMDb, because Bill said you were on Ice Age. I was like, I didn't see that in his IMDb, and that's where we found the Burning Cuba on the Why Night.
I think it's hidden on IMDb somewhere.
Yeah.
Ken, didn't you mention the?
By the way, there's a few things on IMDb. I just got to put out. There's a few things on the IMDb on my page that are bogus, but I just don't have the energy to get them taken off.
I have a very meager IMDb page, but what's there is mostly wrong.
Well, the problem is there's like this Marvel show that I had nothing to do with, another David Silverman, and it has me listed like a producer, and I said, well, I can easily take that off. Now, it's like, I don't know how many episodes, it's like over like 30 episodes. I have to go to every single episode to remove my name. I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
So, take my word for it. If somebody asked, no, that wasn't him. And no, I am not the David Silverman that worked on Rugrats and Wild Thornberries. Different David Silverman. Coincidentally, we were there at the same time at Klasky Csupo, but different fellow altogether.
Huh.
There you go. I hope that answers all your questions.
Yeah. Nico, did you have a question? I think.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Ken had mentioned that apparently you guys had maybe worked on a comic together. You and Bill. I don't know if you guys remember what that is and could share if you recall.
Say that again.
So someone said that you guys had worked on a comic book together,
Oh,
possibly.
yeah. David did a little feature in the Radioactive Man 80-page Colossal. Is that what we called it?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let me teach you how to draw good.
Yeah. It was How to
Nice.
Draw Radioactive Man. And it was basically a brilliant parody of all those how to draw books that assume that the kids picking them up already have amazing
Yeah.
drawing skills. And they
Right.
start with an oval, and then the next step is voila. It's beautifully
They did
fit.
that. They did something like that in an old Mad magazine, and they had they had 4 steps in a circle and a line and a line, and the last panel was a Mort Drucker caricature of Bob. 4 easy steps, kids.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so if you can find that issue,
Yeah.
it's also David did a really brilliant caricature of himself introducing the feature. He's sitting at the drawing board and talking and telling him he's going to teach him how to draw a radioactive man.
And I think did I design it as if it was like the 1970s or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. I think your mode of dress was very post hippie.
Post hippie modern.
Yeah. My favorite is the one that's got Radioactive Man's cape.
Oh,
You're like
wow.
showing how to draw his cape. And
Oh, yeah.
it's like draw it like this, not like this. And the not like this has it blowing through his legs.
Here's the picture of the book if anybody wants to see if they can pick it up prior to
Oh,
MegaCon.
that's great. That's great.
Oh wow.
Oh, I got to keep going. I need to show you guys something. Keep going.
All right. Talk amongst yourselves.
And Ken, did you see that Emilio made a claim?
Emilio, text me, buddy, and we'll take care of it, okay?
Okay. You heard him, Emilio. But yeah, Nico, you got to throw some elbows around here sometimes to get those questions.
No, you're good. I'm just sitting there like absorbing everything. It's hard to like stop the flow. I'm just so interested in like the dynamic between Bill. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that.
Ah,
Wow.
What's so funny, this is literally based on my original Homer strangling Bart sketch
Yeah.
on the Tracy Ullman show, family portrait. And it's the sort of thing that really, I think before Bill came in, because they were going crazy trying to get merchandise as fast as possible. They literally were taking drawings off of any rough drawings that Wes and I had from the Tracy Ullman show, shorts, and trying to get them a merchandise. And we're like, well, should we clean them up a little bit? No time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No time.
Yeah.
And away it goes.
Bill,
and then
keep going.
I'm sorry. They're trying to ask me, can I do a merchandise sketch? I got like 5 episodes to direct. I don't need time to do merchandising sketches. That's when they say we need a department.
I like to claim that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, I only bought this recently. I saw it, I think, on eBay or something like that. And I said, well, I probably should have this.
You told it yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
It's from 1990, so now I wear it seldomly and wash it, even less.
David, did you want to share the story behind the design? Because you made 2 full designs of that with Marge with her eyes closed and then Marge with her eyes open, if you remember.
Yes. Well, no, I originally for that episode we couldn't get Julie. She wasn't available, so that's why Marge's Emma is silent that episode. And Matt just said, "Let's have her. She's falling asleep as they're trying to take a picture." And so in the last shot, she's laying on the wall asleep. So and then we had it with her eyes open. I think on some merchant. Oh, I think it was on some
Tons of merchandise. Yeah.
merchandise like that.
Yeah.
And so I think I did that. I think I did that.
Yeah.
And it was going to be the closer of the Christmas episode, but we decided against it. And I think you've probably seen that drawing up on there and so forth. Listen, folks, I'm sorry. I really got to go. It's getting a little late, and I have a ton of scenes that I have to check and send away. And there's a lot of
We really
Thank you
appreciate
so
you
much
coming
for
on.
the time.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so
Yeah, it's
much.
my pleasure. It's nice to meet you all. And
Looking
will
forward
we,
to meeting you next weekend.
yeah, will we be seeing all of you guys? You all will be there?
Hopefully.
No, just me and Bill.
I will not. Be.
Nico might be there. He's working
Won't
on
be
it.
I'll try. I'll try. Yeah.
Well, I
Becker's
hope
in
to see you
Kansas
guys-
City. He only leaves if he has to.
Well, I hope to see you guys in the future at some point in person. So, all right, my friends, pleasure.
See you soon,
Thank you
David.
so much.
Back to the old
Bye,
drawing
David.
board.
Yeah.
See
Good
you
luck.
soon.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
God.
somebody, if anybody wants to play anything, you can either message me on Facebook Messenger, just Ken Carson, or if you want to, you can shoot me an email right there. So that's my email. If you want to place an order for a MegaCon sketch from Silverman, we'd open up for Bill, but Bill gets so many anyway. He don't.
And Bill, yet another
Until I
summer
don't.
of doing all these conventions with Ken Carson. What are you thinking?
Well, I just did one last weekend without Ken,
He did.
and it was a breath of fresh air.
It was kind of like that scene where Andy Dufresne escapes from Shawshank. And
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep, exactly.
I didn't used to
Wow.
bust balls until I met Ken,
yeah.
and he started telling me, "Come on, you got to bust balls. You're too nice. You're too." His jersey came out, and he's like, You're too nice,
darn
you're
East
too normal.
Coasters.
So little by little, I started doing it, and it's like a side of me that I think has been repressed since childhood, and it comes out, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that, Bill, like that insult comic, Bill. Where'd that come from?
I think it's great. The first time he did it, I actually I got all offended. I was like, Bill, I can't believe you said that to me. You're like, oh, just busted balls. I was like, I'm busting your balls, dummy.
Oh my.
No,
You gotta be able to take-
I'm looking forward to you guys coming to KC. Just a few weeks away. Like I think we're 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. I talked to JJ. Him and Doug will be there, so it's gonna be a family.
Bill,
reunion.
I see an old fashioned in our futures.
You know it.
I'm in.
I don't see how we can get through that weekend without one, at least one.
At least.
I never thought about it, but they got to have smoked old fashions in Kansas City, right?
They do. They do. That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Those are the best.
How could they not?
Nico, Bill got.
Yeah.
Bill would always order these old fashions. I was like, what is this? What is this goofball ordering? And then one day I tried one. I was like, this is not bad. I
Yeah.
like this. And then so now whenever I go out, I usually get at least one old fashioned.
How did you grow up in New Jersey and not know what an old fashioned was?
Listen, my dad, everything was a screwdriver, vodka and orange juice. That was
That's like breakfast.
That's like-
I don't know about that.
That's like Italian wedding drink.
I used to always order a whiskey sour whenever I went somewhere, or I'd get a Long Island iced tea if I wanted to get fucked up.
Long Island iced tea. Yeah, that's my generation right there.
I,
So yeah.
I have a
I'll
great
tell you a story.
appreciation for a good tiki bar too. Like
I was in Dallas, and we were at a bar, and we had a kind of a rough day. And I said to the waitress, "I want a Long Island iced tea." She goes, "I don't know if the bartender knows how to make it." So
I hear
she
that all
goes,
the time. Yeah.
she goes to talk to our bartender. She comes back. He said he can make it, but this is like I don't know, maybe 1998. She's like, it's gonna be like $15. I was like, listen, I don't care. I want
Yeah.
a strong drink. I'm looking to waste away my day because it was terrible. She's okay. She comes back with a pitcher. A pitcher. I was like, sure, that's $15 I ever spent. Like I
Yeah.
had 4 glasses. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was
Wow.
literally a picture he made of a Long Island iced tea.
You had
Everything's
a
bigger-
good night. I'm gonna guess though after that.
Everything's bigger in Texas. So there's a lot more to that story, but I can't
Yeah.
tell it yet.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And I know you guys have a lot of cons lined up.
3 in a
As
row. Go
always.
Cleveland this weekend, then MegaCon, then
Wow.
Kansas City.
Yeah. and I did Knoxville last weekend, so 4 in a row for me. What else do
That's
we
why
have coming up?
I told Bill, I said I can't do 4 in a row. So you're on your own. Go hang out with the Carlo.
Was it a good show, Bill?
Yeah, it was good. I had a good time. I was there with Mike DiCarlo, and who else was there? A bunch of other great artists.
There was
Actually,
another.
but they were all good.
Nice. Was that put on by? Did Nirvana Comics have something to do with that?
Yes.
Maybe. Okay, so I stopped there when I went out to Heroes Con in 2023. That's where I stayed because I drove out, so I stayed there the first night, and I went to Nirvana Comics and actually met a friend I'd never met in person there, and we exchanged comic books as gifts. And that shop was so nice. They gave us they were like, "Oh, we think this is so cool. You're doing this. Why don't you each grab a free graphic novel?" Like they were very welcoming.
They're very
really
nice.
Very nice people.
Nice.
Yeah.
While we still have real quick, while we still have people watching, next Tuesday, Kagan McLeod is coming back. The artist from the She-Hulk show, who did a lot of the he did all the courtroom stuff that was shown at the end of each episode. So Kagan will be back next Tuesday, doing some live sketching and taking commissions. So if you guys missed out on him last time or you want something, it's a great. I have a piece actually here for Bill that he did. Did I ever show you that, Bill? I can show it to you. It's right here.
You did show it to me, but show it to everyone else.
What's he got?
Somebody just asked me a question about cons.
Yes, they said, what was the hardest part of doing a con? I always imagine it would be tiring on the other side of the table.
It can be. Sometimes the days are long, and I don't know. To me, the hardest part is when there's nobody on the other side of the table. Like if you get a slow con and you're just sitting there kind of twiddling your thumbs. Hopefully you brought a sketchbook and you can catch up on some work or something. But I like the interaction. I like interacting with people. I never feel like I have to be on, which I think some artists do. They feel like they have to entertain and
performative.
Some artists are kind of shy and they feel like they need to be a different person. And I've never had that feeling. So it's always really just fun and natural. I like meeting people. Most comic artists and animators, we spend a lot of lonely hours just at the drawing board. And then our stuff comes out. And if you're if you were an actor doing live shows, you get that instant gratification. People applaud or they laugh or whatever. And you get that instant reaction to what you do creatively. And for us, you don't get that. So unless somebody writes you a letter, like a fan letter, or you go to a convention and you get that feedback, it's almost like shouting down a pipe. Like you don't know if somebody's on the other end listening or watching. So for me, it's important. It's not. It's rarely tiring, and it's more often invigorating.
It's a really good way of looking at it. Yeah.
Ooh!
Wow.
Is that Julie Newmar?
Yeah.
I could not think of that name for a second.
That was Bill's request from Kagan at the last.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I love that pose. It's amazing.
How does your Batman collection compare with your Simpsons archive? Like genuinely, I'm very curious to know because you're a huge Batman collector. If people didn't know that, right?
I am.
Pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Batman stuff.
Yeah. I'm also a homeowner though, so
That's yeah.
I don't have like the big bucks like a lot of my friends and fellow collectors do to buy those really amazing pieces. I have a few that are, when people come into my studio and they see
Mhm.
things up on the wall. They're like, "Wow, where'd you get that?"
One thing you'd appreciate, Nico, we were in Baltimore a couple years ago, and this guy brought over it just looked like a plastic whatever, and it happened to be the prototype for the Batmobile from the 1960s. Remember that piece? But I'm sure you do, Bill.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was. So he looked at the prototype for it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was they had this Batman Batcave playset, and it had Batman and Robin figures. It had the Joker.
Mhm.
It had the Batplane and the Batmobile, and a few other things. And this was the prototype of the Batmobile from that set.
Wow. Wow.
So it's it's not painted black or anything. It's not even black plastic. It's kind of like a beige.
It's a mock-up, yeah. Do you think it's
Yeah.
like a one of the Chinese factory like tooling prototypes maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And I've got a few Simpsons pieces like that.
You've got a couple of Hamilton ones, I think, that I've seen, and Dandy. Yeah. Like, I've got one you might recognize right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sculptor doesn't remember what it's for. I think it was probably like a maquette he made for himself, because I'm like, what? Why would this? Like, I have the original sculpts for those. Maybe I'll share on here one day.
Was that Dale?
This was Carl. I don't think a lot of people know who he is yet, so we'll probably like dissect some of those guys. Yeah, Dale was heavily involved with a bunch of stuff though, mostly like the Dandy stuff. Yeah,
He did a lot of sculpting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those guys are very talented. Yeah.
I think Bill definitely has more Batman stuff than Simpson stuff.
Someone's asking Bill a question. What's the craziest Batman item in your collection? I've seen the Bat Chopper once at a con.
That you saw the Bat.
Yeah, someone's asking a question. Yeah, what's the
Emilio,
craziest Batman item? Yeah.
What's the craziest? Oh man,
I know my favorite is the squirt gun. That is just
Oh yeah.
wildly
Wait, the inappropriate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have shark repellent, Bill?
What's that?
Do you have shark repellent?
I don't. I tend to like the stuff that was actually made back in the day, like not made to be a collectible.
Mhm.
And I think in recent days they might have done a shark repellent bat spray, because they did like reproductions of the communicators and some of the other bat gizmos from the show. But no, I don't have that. I got. I think the craziest stuff I have is original artwork, because it's just one of a kind. One cool thing I've got is an original production script from the pilot of the TV series. So it's one of the original scripts, and it's not the final draft. It's like from October of '65. So they were still tinkering with the script. They didn't actually start filming until, actually no, I think this is dated August, and they didn't start filming until October. So I read it once while watching the episode, and it was hard to keep up, but I found things that had either been cut or lines that had been changed or improvised. So it was really fascinating.
Wow.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's one of my most cherished things. I've also got, it's not really an official Batman thing. It's Jim Steranko did a calendar back in 1973 called Supergirls. And it was all kind of half naked pinup drawings in pencil of women dressed as superheroes, but kind of non-actionable. So, he didn't draw them. He didn't draw the costumes close enough that somebody could sue him, but close enough so that you could tell who it was supposed to be. So there's like a female Green Lantern. There's a drawing of Supergirl, but they're all kind of mostly naked. And I got the Batgirl one, which he drew to look like Yvonne Craig in the face. So it looks like, I'm looking at it right now. It's on my wall. It's basically a naked, except for the cape and the cowl and the boots and the gloves. drawing of Batgirl by Jim Steranko.
No, you can't come in now, Jeff.
Wow.
Oh,
Come
you
in.
get a lot of
Not
background.
nearly enough talking. A lot of background. I'm gonna take these off. Hold on.
Where are you?
I literally tried to find a place that was where none of these announcements were going on and all of the plugs were completely fake. None of
Put
them
the
actually
headphones back
worked.
in.
I didn't put my phone in, so sorry about that, guys. David's already gone? What the heck?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
he's got episodes of The Simpsons to direct. Put the headphones back in. It sounds like
Do you think you could speak through interpretive dance?
I can try. I can try. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
That's
better.
better.
All right.
Better.
I just gotta make it closer to my face, which is not gonna be fun for anybody.
No, that's my favorite. When I'm hang out with Jeff, I like to actually get right up in there.
That's
Oh
like
my
right like
God.
that. Now this is what you need. Is this right here? This is why I made this trip. Hold on, turn around. It's Ken's favorite.
You know,
thing
Jeff,
in
they
the
make
world.
these electric nose hair trimmers now.
Yeah. Look at that.
Ken, you should have seen the
boy.
beaten Bacon gave me in that contest. He like doubled my votes, tripled. It was brutal. Bacon apparently paid people to be his friend. I don't know, but I'll be making a video.
really,
this
that's
week
really the
about
only
Toronto.
explanation.
Listen, I voted for you, buddy. That's
I
all
know
can
you
do.
did. I think you two are the only votes I got.
Loyal. Yeah. Listen. And did he go up against Scotty yet?
No, that's in a few weeks.
That's in a few weeks. Well, I mean,
I guess I have to root for Scotty, even though he betrayed me. It's like first you butter me up and you have me over for pizza, and then you vote against me. Like, what the hell, Scotty?
this is wrong. This is wrong.
That's not cool. Oh, Jason Harris watched Gunslingers. Just another ad for that terrible Netflix show. If you want to see Nicolas Cage's worst movie, folks, watch Gunslingers.
That's a bold statement.
It's true.
He's been in some.
Where are you?
I am in Chicago. I am flying back from seeing my daughter for her birthday week because her birthday's this weekend, and I wanted to come up and take her out to dinner and pick up some pizza to bring back. So I got some deep dish pizza to bring back. So yeah,
O'Hare or Midway?
Midway. I always fly Midway.
I never
Really?
flew one of the Midway.
Yeah. It's just more convenient for where I'm going. But I'm sorry that I missed David before he had to go. I'm glad that I get to see you, Bill, and I'm glad I get to see you a week after this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I already made reservations for our favorite Italian restaurant at the convention, so we got that going for us.
Which night is that?
It's the one that's in the hotel. It's the
No, which night?
Oh, I have a reservation on Thursday and on Friday, so it's whichever night you want, buddy.
Okay.
Bill's building up his plans. He's trying to
Well-
figure out.
No, the reason I ask is it's Mike DiCarlo's birthday on Saturday night, and we want to take him out to dinner.
Well, it's this weekend.
Yeah, well, we can always go someplace different on that night.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
try-
That's Cleveland.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
weekend. Yeah,
I'm
he's
getting all
talking
my cons mixed up. Yeah,
I
never
mentioned
mind.
to Mike. I said, Mike, I heard you got a birthday come up. He goes,
Yeah.
it's a lie.
Mike's not going to MegaCon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Mike's limiting how many shows he does this year. It's kind of
Well,
his
you
farewell
can
tour.
Take him out in Cleveland.
Yeah.
We'll take.
I just got my shows mixed up.
There used to be, I don't know if there used to be right across from, well, back then it was Jacobs Field, but right across from whatever the name of the stadium is now, the Indians play at. There used to be a restaurant called Cooperstown, and it was actually Alice Cooper's restaurant.
Ah,
Like the silhouette on the window is Alice Cooper like holding a bat, like Stan Musial, except he's holding a guitar.
Well, they have one of those in Arizona.
That's a good
Do they?
question.
Yeah. That's where he lives, and I thought that was the only one.
Bill, can you see the question?
Tim asks,
Yeah.
I got a question for Bill. With Simpsons comics long retired now, are there plans for the archive of issues finding a new audience, possibly through new mediums?
I hope so. I'm as in the dark as anybody else. I don't really know what their plans are. I did see that finally, after years and years, they're putting out a collection of the newspaper comic strips. And we had planned a collection years ago, and it got sidelined. And I even did a cover, and the artwork that I did for the cover is what I've seen online for the cover of the book. So I think they are using my original cover for that.
Oh, wow.
But in terms of collecting all the comics, I'm sure you're aware of the Abrams books, the Treehouse of Horror omnibus books, and Abrams is doing a great job. I think they have a long program in mind for the Simpsons comics, so it's possible that they might start doing collections again of all of our regular non-Treehouse output. But I don't know. That's kind of wishful thinking.
Well, they did put out that awesome Futurama, the Art of Futurama book.
The crossover.
Yeah, no, the Art of Futurama.
Oh, the Art of Futurama. Yeah,
that was a great book.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Shaban did all the design work for that, and did an amazing job. And Jamie Angel, I don't know how many people know who Jamie Angel is, but Jamie went to college, I think even high school, with Matt Groening.
Yeah.
And
he's the guy that did all the interviews, didn't he?
Yeah. And they've been friends for years and years. Jamie wrote, contributed a lot of writing to the Simpsons books over the years. And he always wrote the calendars. So all the Simpsons wall calendars throughout the years, he didn't write the gags for the images, but he wrote all the text for the actual grid for the calendars. So he came up with themes, birthdays of famous authors, birthdays of movie stars, whatever it was. And he would research that, and he came up with, it doesn't seem that impressive nowadays because you can go online and there's like a website where you can find out what anniversary Tuesday is, for something obscure that happened 100 years ago. But Jamie did it in the pre-internet days and used to go through almanacs, and I don't know what kind of magical sorcery he used to get this facts, but I used to just marvel at the weird stuff he came up with. Maybe he just made it all up. I wouldn't know the difference, but it was entertaining. Anyway, Jamie, why did I say? Oh yeah, Jamie. So Jamie did all the interviews for the Art of Futurama, and wrote all that text. Great guy too. Great actor. Teaches acting in LA, and also wrote on Disenchantment. Writing staff.
Wow. There's another question for Bill. I ask every time, and the answer is always the same, but I'm still very persistent. Any barcode comics for sale, Bill?
I do not currently have any, and I apologize for giving you that same one. No, they're the ones that I still have left. I did sell a lot of the ones that I had, but the ones that I have left, I'm kind of hanging on to for my retirement. They keep getting more and more valuable, it seems like.
Yeah,
it's true.
This might be a good one, Bill, but did you have to, when you were working for the licensing and merchandising department, would you often end up recycling some of David's designs when they wanted them to be updated? Do you remember working on all of those, especially for the t-shirts? Because I know they would use a lot of like the early designs that Wes and David had drew, but sometimes they would have like a slight variation, and then like the following year they would like update the design. Do you remember like much of those?
Sure. I still have the original style guide
Oh, wow.
that has all of
Yeah.
David and Wes's drawings.
Yeah.
And at one point early on, they did when the style of the show started to change and get more streamlined. They wanted the style guide images to be updated. So yeah, I ended up updating a lot of those.
Yeah. Wow.
Is there another one? Another question?
No, just a lot of
I have a question, Bill. Do you want me to bring those Batman glasses that I have for you to MegaCon, or would you rather me bring them to Heroes Con? Which is going to be easier for you to transport them back home without damaging them?
Well, I don't know. Both will be pretty much the same. So
okay,
you can bring them to MegaCon, and I can always bring them to Bill when I'm going to be going up to Detroit for Astronomical people.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so I'll bring them to MegaCon. I just want to make sure. I didn't know how packed your stuff was going to be. I wanted to make sure I got you, at a show where you'd be able to put them in there with not having them return with you, as pieces of glass. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's my question. Asked and answered. Thank you.
You're
First
welcome.
time caller.
Ken, I don't know if we answered this. I think someone asked you what's the status on the Japanese art. I don't know if
it's en route to me. I'll be getting it probably during this 3-week stint that I'm doing. So don't expect it right away. I'm not going to be around much, but it is on the way to me. So Yoshi said he shipped it out, I think, yesterday. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get here. I don't know if international stuff is being affected by the war or not. So it'll be here, but I wouldn't. Like I said, I'm busy. I have Cleveland this week, MegaCon next week, Planet the following week. I'll do my best if it comes in to try to get stuff out, but chances are it's not going to get out until I come back from when that run is over. So, but if I get the art, I'll share it for sure, so everybody can see it. So,
somebody asked me about the Bat phone. If I have a Bat phone, I do. I have. They made one. They made a couple in recent years that are replicas of what you see on the show. One was the one that Commissioner Gordon has, which is kind of under a cake dome. And the other one is the one that's in the Batmobile. And I don't have either of those, but I do have the one that I had when I was a kid, which was a talking bat phone. So you picked up the receiver and pushed a button, and you would hear either Batman or Commissioner Gordon talking. So it was kind of like the Bat Freak Kids version of a Chatty Cathy doll.
Speaking of which, didn't you design the bar phone? I think you said you had like the prelims or something like that for the Bart Simpson telephone by Telecom or something like that.
Oh, the one where he's kind of sitting with his knees up?
Yeah.
I didn't design that, but somehow I ended up with like a cast of it.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a plaster.
Yeah.
Casting.
I'd love to see it because I have some of the prototypes. I'd be very curious to see which one you have. They also recycled it into one of the night lights as well. So I don't know if you have one of those as well.
Oh yeah. I'm sure I've
probably got everything. Yeah.
Well, I really don't.
No.
I mean, at one time or another, I might have had a lot, but my Batman collection takes up a lot of space. So I had to, over the years, Shaban actually bought a ton of Simpsons stuff for me once. He kind of got the collecting bug.
Yeah. And
I laid out a blanket in my garage on the floor, and I just laid out all the Simpsons stuff that I wasn't planning on keeping, and he had himself a little shopping spree.
Oh, he's been very quiet about that. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
That's funny.
he's if he still has some of this stuff, it's some pretty cool stuff.
Because would you be able to like back in the day were you able to like get a lot of like the samples that they would do? Because I know some of the early contracts would mention that once the licensee signed on, they would have to submit up to like 5 to 10 samples of every single SKU product. Were you kind of like part of the loop where you would get some of those, or would you have to like buy them or?
Well, in a way, basically on the floor, we were on the fifth floor of what we call the Die Hard building, which is the what's it called, the Yakatomi Plaza in Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
But it's right across from the Fox lot, and that was all licensing and merchandising, and it was kind of like this circular or like a square floor, so you could walk all the way around with elevator banks in the middle, and outside the offices of all the executives, there would be these boxes, and they would be labeled. So we had creative executives for apparel,
Gracie Films. Oh yeah.
Well, no, but the creative execs would specialize. So we had, like one that was in charge of apparel, one was in charge of housewares, one was in charge of toys, etc. So they would have these boxes, and when they would get samples from the manufacturers, from the licensees, the boxes would be labeled James Brooks, Matt Groening, Simon. So there were people who on the show contractually had to get one of everything. So they would put those samples in the boxes. And then a lot of the stuff lived in their offices for a while, because if they were working on a certain project, they had to keep samples around. But then after a while, new jobs come in, new products, and they would have to clear their offices out in order to make room for what they're working on currently. So there was a storage room. There was like this big storage room with lots of shelves. And all of that stuff would go in there. And every so often, like maybe every 3 months, they would tell all the employees, all of us in the art department, people in the legal department, the people who actually kind of wanted this stuff and would like to have it in their office, as opposed to the executives who were like, get it out of here. We would get to go in there with a shopping bag, like a big handled shopping bag. And they would just say, take whatever you want, whatever you can fit in your bag. And I would mainly go in there to find stuff that I'd worked on. But not exclusively. So I would get samples of things I worked on, video games, everything, T-shirts, all kinds of clothes, toys. But especially close to the holidays, I would do a little Christmas shopping. So I had nieces and nephews, and I would pull stuff for them that I knew they would like. And over the years, I came away with a lot of crazy stuff, and a lot the stuff that I have that's like the prototypes, those were in there too. So I would see those on the shelf, and most people wouldn't grab those because they thought they looked ugly and unfinished. But I was like, oh, this is cool. Unfinished Bart head. That's amazing.
Oh my god, I can't believe that. You're probably like one of the very few people that I would imagine has like a comprehensive like archive of stuff that like people have like never seen. I think I've read that like Matt Groening in one of his old houses bought the one next to his just to like store his collection. I don't know if you know anything about that or how accurate that is and what the case is with that now.
It's actually the building across the street.
Wow.
So his house is on the ocean in Malibu, Pacific Coast Highway. So the building right across the street, it's kind of a modern looking office building, and it's where we ended up doing Disenchantment. So he had all this stuff stored in there, and while we were doing Disenchantment, I think he had it moved maybe to another storage unit. Wow. But that's true. He bought that building just so he had a place to put all of his stuff.
Yeah.
So he wasn't paying storage unit bill.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Are you planning to like go through like your collection at some point soon, or you're just gonna leave it like boxed up for now and wait until
Yeah, I'm gonna let my wife deal with it when I die.
Oh God. Okay.
No, I'm actually with every year that goes by, and I get closer to the end. I have to get maudlin. But at some point, there's just so much. I won't even turn my screen to show you how cluttered this studio is. But I need space. I need room to get around. So at some point, it's been on my mind that I need to divest. I need to start making my living space more manageable. But also, I don't want people that I love to have to deal with all this stuff. Two things: I don't want the people that I leave behind to give this stuff away, or to have have vultures come over and like my family doesn't know what it's worth, so they just let them have it for nothing. Because I want my family to benefit from it. Yeah. But I also don't want them to just have to deal with it. It would become a job. Yeah. Especially the Batman stuff. It's like, here's a Batman box. Let's see. Yeah. This doesn't have anything. I don't think this has anything super old. Oh, this is pretty old. I got these.
Nothing cool. Meanwhile,
I got these old banners from 1966. These cloth banners, and I got all three. It came as a set of three, or there were three. I don't know if they were a set. Joker, Penguin, and Riddler. Wow. So I got those in here. Oh, the other stuff's pretty new. It's like a Batman the Animated Series Catwoman figure. Wow, yeah. This is one of those party masks that you can get at the parties. And then I got a Poison Ivy figure in here too.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen you squeeze like a couple of those masks into some of the Simpsons comics.
What do you mean?
Haven't you like drawn like that exact mask in some of like the Simpsons comics you've worked on?
Oh, I might have, yeah.
Like with a comic book guy, I reckon, like holding it in his hand or something.
Yeah, I probably did. See, that way I can write this stuff off.
Yeah.
If I use it for work.
Yeah.
Genius.
Well, I did a thing years ago. I think it was for Batman's 75th anniversary. A friend of mine put on a convention up in Northern California called Big Wow. And every year he would do kind of something special for something's anniversary, like or if there was like a movie coming out. So like when the Avengers movie came out, he did like a big Avengers museum. So he sectioned off part of the convention floor and just had all this cool artwork and stuff to look at. So with Batman's anniversary, he wanted to do a Batman museum. And he called me one day and he said, "Can I borrow your collection?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, I'm doing this Batman museum and I know you've got a huge collection, so I figure it would be easier just to haul your collection up to Northern California than to cherry pick and try to get stuff from 20, 30 different people on loan." And I said, "Yeah, that actually sounds kind of cool." So I went through everything I had, boxed it up, I cataloged it, and then I think he came down and got it in a van. So we didn't actually incur shipping charges or anything like that. I was at the convention, so I got to see it, and it was really cool because it was, I have some things on display, but I have a lot of stuff that I don't have space for. So it was the first time I ever got to see pretty much most of my collection in one space.
Yeah.
And the terrible thing about it was only up for 2 days. And so it was like a ton of work. And it was over like that, just 2 days. And then it was all back in boxes and brought back down to my house. So it kind of seemed like it was for nothing, but
Yeah.
but it was cool. And he knew somebody who had a replica of the Batmobile, and they had that there. I think Tone Rodriguez had all the Batman black and white statues because he had collected those. I had a few of them, but I didn't have the whole collection like Tone did. So those were there. There were a few other things that were really cool that weren't from my collection, but it was fun.
Do you have like a focus on like the type of Batman? I mean, I know you prefer like the original, show with Adam West, but is there like a specific era or like a type of collectible that you gun for? It's just whatever catches your eye, really.
It's a lot of it is what catches my eye. So number one, there's the nostalgic thing. So stuff that was produced when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I like all the 60s stuff. There really wasn't much in the 40s and 50s other than the comic books. I do have a couple of old movie posters, the movie serial posters from the 40s. And then I've got stuff from the 70s. They did some cool stuff in the 70s. The 80s is where I kind of peter out until it gets to the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
And then I've got stuff around that because they came out with some cool stuff there. And then beyond that, it's really Batman the Animated Series, which I love. So I collect stuff from that. And then I gave myself, at one point in my life, I was accumulating so much Batman stuff that I just thought, okay, I've got to draw a line. Especially since I would go into my comic shop every week, and the comic shop owner would hand me the previews catalog, and he would say, there's a lot of good Batman stuff coming out. Mark what you want, and I'll order it. And it was ridiculous. It was like DC just had a crowbar, and they were just forcing open my wallet on a weekly basis.
Oh my god.
And so I thought, okay, I'm from now on, I'm only buying collectibles that were designed to be collectibles. Like if it's a statue or, something that really wasn't made for a kid to play with or to be used as a household item or to be worn, I don't want it. I'm not going to buy it. But every so often they put out something that's so cool. It's obviously designed it's a manufactured collectible is what I call them. And Simpsons has the same thing. There were toys that were meant to be played with, and then they come out with these porcelain limited edition. But every so often there's they do a good, cool golden age something or other or silver age thing that's nostalgic and collectible, but I'm not made of stone. Okay.
Did you see, I don't know if you're aware, but Chip Zdarsky has a project coming out with DC on April 1st. And seriously is what it says in the ordering for it. Mad About DC. It's a comic book in comic book format, but 80-page Mad magazine versus DC.
Yeah, I did see something about that. Makes me wonder if they're trying to maybe transition Mad from a magazine into a comic book.
I kind of wondered the same thing.
Yeah,
or
I don't
was
know.
Chip Zdarsky just I want to get my hands on some of this?
I think they kind of put it out there as he was guest editing or something, kind of taking over Mad for a month. but I'm way out of that loop, so I have no idea.
Right.
Have you paid any attention to the Absolute Batman comics, or that's just like beyond you now?
Yeah, there's not a lot, unless for something to get my attention comic book wise that's modern. It's basically creator based. So if there's a creator that I really like, an artist or a writer who's suddenly working on Batman, then I'll take interest and buy it. I don't know, I was turned off by the logo, by the chest logo on Absolute Batman. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're thinking with that.
Oh boy.
Ooh, Ranga's in the chat. He said he couldn't pass by a Bill Morrison sighting. Look at that handsome mug.
Hey, you were represented, Aranga, earlier at my expense. There we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, Ken.
Fantastic.
I'm waiting for Aranga's response to that little drive-by. You too, brother.
I'll see him next weekend.
Yeah, you guys will all be together.
Absolutely. He'll be at MegaCon.
Oh, cool.
Well,
How's that? How's that cover coming, Bill, for Aranga's book?
That's top secret, need to know basis.
I'm going to guess that means not at all.
No, I wouldn't say not at all. Late last night, I got a Simpsons job.
Nice.
Which I had to drop everything to do because they need it Thursday night.
Top
so-
secret.
Well, yeah, NDAs, all that sort of thing. But,
What's up, Bill?
Hey, what are you doing? How's it going?
Good. How are you? Good.
Good.
Invasion of the Years Aries.
That's actually not a bad title.
Make a comment down there. The Invasion of the Years Aries.
Yeah, and I'm going to see your dad in this coming weekend, in just a couple days for Awesome Con. Sorry if I got yours and your dad's phone numbers mixed up. I was trying to message him. I think I might have messaged you.
Oh, good.
Remind me, where is Awesome Con again?
Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
Aranga said, just put the Simpsonize me on the cover. Give the people what they want. Done?
That's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
On a side note, I do want to mention, guys, that we do have a guest for next week's show. He did a really nice piece for Bill a little while back. It's Kagan McLeod is coming back, guys, next Tuesday night. There it is. Did you already do it? Okay, I want to make sure. Sorry, I was driving to the airport. I missed the whole thing. So, yes, he'll be on. We're going to open up his list tomorrow on the Facebook page for pre-show stuff so we can get him started and working on that stuff. So, anyways, I want to throw that in there.
And the one thing
They're my
I
2
didn't
cents.
talk about is that next Saturday at 3 o'clock, eBay Live, we foresee will be broadcasting live from the main stage at MegaCon with Mr. Bill Morrison and Mr. David Silverman.
A week from Saturday. A week from this Saturday.
A week from this Saturday. We'll be offering up for Bill lots of number ones for him to sign and remark at Bartman's and Simpson number ones if we have any, and Simpsons comics and stories, things like that. And then for Mr. Silverman, we have animation cells.
Yeah,
we'll be offering, which are fresh to market, never before seen cells from the early years of the Simpsons.
I've got one right here, Ken. Number one cell. Okay.
There you go. There it is.
Yeah, doesn't get better than that.
That's the kind of cells we'll be offering up. But yeah, we'll be offering. So that's on not this Saturday, the following Saturday, the 19th, I believe it is. eBay Live. eBay Live. We'll be posting that stuff on the Facebook page and Instagram and all that stuff. Like Morrison, he just left. He's like, "Fuck this." He just
You also got those movie
Lucky duck.
Yeah, actually, they're right on the sofa. When you grab them up, they're on top of the top shelf. We got a bunch of these we're going to be offering up that can be signed and remarked by Bill and David.
Wow, that's awesome.
Check those out.
What is that? I got booted out for a second. So I missed it.
We're going to have some stuff. We'll have these up too for the eBay Live.
Oh,
posters.
We know the posters that I'm bringing you next week, Ken, are.
Yeah, you got these are like these are smaller. The ones that Bill's bringing are actually the movie posters. I have one of these.
Wow.
Where he's taking it on. But we have these. We'll be offering these up too. Thank you, buddy. At Thorn MegaCon. So there's all going to be all kinds of stuff for Bill and David. There'll be an artist alley, but we're going to have a whole booth right on the red carpet there selling Simpsons stuff. We have the Simpsons. The Simpsons will be there, actually. If you want to see the Simpsons, you can come to the booth and see the Simpsons. So,
Bigger than life size.
Yeah.
Are they?
They are.
I could literally crawl inside Homer, and I'm not a tiny guy.
I could crawl inside Homer. That's how big he is. That's no joke. He's a big sumbitch. All right, yeah. I don't know. Anything else, guys? An hour and a half. Huh?
We're about to get hit with severe weather, so I'm actually going to bounce out because I think I'm going to lose power again.
You're good, Becker. Hey, thanks for coming on, buddy. We're all done anyways.
Bill, see you in a few weeks, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Becker.
All right, guys. We will see everybody next week. Kagan McLeod will be here doing live sketches, so everybody tune in for that. And hopefully you get some commissions from Mr. David Silverman. You can message me, or you can send me an email. I'm sorry, right here. Shoot me an email if you're interested in a David Silverman commission. And Bill Morrison will be taking commissions at the show only. He's got too much to do.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh,
no rest for the wicked.
I will also have copies of the Little Mermaid video, the original Little Mermaid video.
Oh, wow.
The one he drew the pee-pee on.
That's the very one. So if anybody's been looking for one of those for decades and you haven't found it yet, come to MegaCon and I will.
Nice. VHS player not provided. You'll have to go to Goodwill. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and we will see you all this weekend. Hopefully, you will see you in Cleveland, and then MegaCon in Kansas City, and we'll hope everybody has a nice night. And we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.